Hi guys, Adam here. Gaz on the other side of the mic today. 1-0 against Aston Villa.
Yeah,
Marcus Rashford with the goal.
Yeah.
Always happy to win. Always happy to see Rashford score. Happy with that performance?
You're always happy to win at this stage of the season, aren't you? But mate, you can't even say that was a professional performance. You know what I mean? End of the season, grinding out a win against the lower teams who are just going to put loads of men behind the box because they nearly scored at the end and they probably should have scored. We weren't great today, mate. We probably didn't even. I say we didn't deserve to win because they're an awful side and their heads were down. But how we're not putting 4 past them, I don't know. And only we're coming away 1-0 winners and not even creating that many chances, mate. To be honest, I think there are a few performances which were all right, which are, there wasn't anyone that was an amazing. They're putting an amazing shift out there. I thought that Wayne Rooney was decent. It was nice.
Both agreed on that today. I read the Matchday Gaz tweets. My Matchday Mac. Mine are better, by the way.
I think mine got the better numbers, to be honest. You just have better signal than me. But yeah, Wayne Rooney, I thought he pinged in some good balls, and I mean the one to Valencia that set up the assist was brilliant. Valencia was another man who I thought had an all right game. He got skinned a couple of times towards the end, but he had an all right game during it. Rashford, you've got to say Rashford, haven't you, mate? It was on the other side of the pitch to me, so I can't see if he took it well, but if he finished it, didn't he? And not enough players of ours have been doing it this season. He had an all right game, but I think there were I think the whole team in general was disappointing. It seemed like we were the ones who had nothing to play for, and it seemed just like 2 very, very poor teams playing against each other, and one just came away with a win. And we didn't look like we were however many places above them that we are, seriously.
It brought us 1 point behind Man City, albeit possibly temporarily. The top 4 race, is that as important as the next game in the FA Cup?
It's more important. I'd rather we get top 4 than win the FA Cup, definitely, because I think if you get in top 4, we're definitely getting a new manager in the summer. People are still saying there's a chance Louis van Gaal could stay. I disagree with that. I think no matter what, he's gone. And it'll be nice to see a new manager, and I think it's Jose Mourinho come in the summer, having Champions League football to play with, especially because if we don't get top 4 this season, we'll end up in the Europa League, and I'd rather not get anything than the Europa League, just because if the manager's going to come in with having to play that every Thursday night, I'd rather him just concentrate on the league. But it'd be nice to have Champions League football next year, and winning the FA Cup obviously would be brilliant. And don't get me wrong, it'll be one of those things that maybe in a few years we look back on and say, remember the 2016 FA Cup winning team? And all them youngsters, they're now the spine of our team now. So you just never know.
Marcus Rashford winner in Wembley.
It would be nice, and going Wembley and winning, there's nothing really better than that. But, mate, if you're looking at long run, you'd need top 4 this season. And I think we can do it as well. I mean, obviously on performances like that, you'd probably say that we're not going to, but City are just as inconsistent, mate. We'll see how they do against Chelsea. They'll do well to get a win against Chelsea. But they're just as inconsistent. There's still a massive chance that we'll get top 4, but we maybe are going to have to rely on a little bit of luck for us and a little bit of bad luck for City.
Before you shiver yourself away.
Mate, I'm freezing. I'm literally
don't worry.
I
just want to ask you about Memphis.
We
were delighted to see him start.
Memphis. The thing is with Memphis is people have a go at me for this, but I feel like he was overhyped a bit when he came by people who played too much FIFA. I think he's going to be a really good player. I do think he's going to be a really good player. He showed it in the Dutch league. I don't think he's anywhere near the level that I expected of him just yet. This season, he has done nothing to impress me more than the likes of Jesse Lingard has done. But Jesse Lingard gets abuse week in, week out, and I just don't understand that. I feel like Memphis is the one who deserves it a little bit more. Today, he was giving the ball away in places that we had a really good attack going on, especially in the first half. Second half, though, I'll give it to him. He came back out and he looked a lot better. He did look a lot better, but it still wasn't a top performance from him, and he was still trying things that were never going to come off in a Premier League game, and especially against the bottom of the table team who are already relegated now, and players whose heads were down and you think would crap himself at someone like Memphis running at him, but he's still not cut it this season. But I won't be as daft as some people have said who have said sell him at the end of the season. That would be ridiculous. I think keep him for next season, and let's hope he improves, and I think he will, mate. I do.
All right. Go get some clothes on and sort yourself out.